morning. It is Wednesday, August 12th. I am 0.1 miles in to my Timberline trail backpacking trip. Planning on doing it in 4 days. There's Timberline Lodge behind me. It is where they filmed The Shining, which I have never seen because the real world is scary enough. There's Hood in the background that you can kind of see. It is very cloudy and cold, which I was not totally planning on, but I think it's supposed to warm up as the week goes on, so it should be good. Woo! I'm currently in Paradise Park, like 5.2 miles in, I think, and I just stopped for my first snack break of the day. I have crossed my first stream, which I think was supposed to be one of the easy ones, and I still put my chacos on and just walked across because it just felt safer, and you know, I am by myself, so just want to be extra safe. And I just didn't want to get my shoes wet. And so lovely Mount Hood is behind me. The rest of the mountain is there somewhere. The sun's gonna come out, I think. Hopefully. I think he peeked through a little bit. So far so good. I feel pretty good. I haven't been sleeping well the past week or so. I think honestly I've just been anxious for this trip. And so hopefully now that I'm actually doing it, I will feel less anxious about it. But the goal of this video is to just be super honest. I'm not an experienced backpacker. This is my third multi-night trip ever, and I only started getting into backpacking this summer. And so, yeah, all the videos that I watched in preparation were all by men, which is great. I was very thankful to watch and kind of prepare, but I just wanted to make my own. That was super honest, and just for maybe other women or other people who are not as experienced or don't have, you know, a ton of confidence, such as myself. So far so good. I think my plan is to stop at Ramona Falls tonight to camp, which should be, I think, in less than 5 miles from now. Who knows, but feeling good. This is Sandy River. Just super easy crossing here. Perfect. So I take that back. It's a little spicier than I would prefer. Can get halfway over, but then there's another bigger. This is scary. I see some Karens up there, so maybe that'll be better. Ah. All right, finished with hiking for day 1. I think I got in 11.6 miles today. Got to Ramona Falls, which is down that way. You can hear it rushing. I felt really good today until until I hit the Sandy River crossing. Something about crossing the logs where it's just freaky and I think took a lot out of me. But thankfully there was only like a half mile between Sandy River and here, except I got so lost. I totally lost the trail. There are a ton of like little trails, I think, that probably like offshoot to campsites, and I just could not for the life of me figure out where I was going. And thank goodness for All Trails, and I downloaded the map and was able to like pick my way back over to the real trail. But my recording for today is gonna look silly because I was all over the place. Yeah, so I just set up camp. Here's my tent. I just ate lunch down at Ramona Falls. It's not even 2 o'clock yet, so I have some more time. I thought about going a few more miles today, but I've gone 11 and a half. That feels like enough. And I was getting tired. And yeah, I'm probably only running on like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So I think I'm gonna take a nap and then maybe wake up and cook dinner and read a book, and then probably go to sleep early and wake up tomorrow and hike to Elk Cove is where I'm planning on camping tomorrow, which I think is another like 11 miles away. So good first day. I'm expecting to see more people. I heard that Ramona Falls campsites fill up really early, which is why I started my hike on Wednesday instead of Thursday, because I was trying to beat the weekend crowd a little bit. But so far I'm the only one here, so we'll see. But yeah, good day one. Good morning. It is day 2. I started hiking about an hour ago, so I'm a little over 2 miles in this morning. 14 miles altogether. Last night was good. It was good and, well, yeah. I met a friend, another woman who was hiking her first solo backpacking trip, and it worked out super well. She came up to me needing to borrow my phone charger because hers had died. And then we just hung out for the rest of the night, which ended up being great because I went to start dinner and I screwed my gas canister into my jet boil, and there was a leak in the canister. And I'm super not thrilled because this is the second gas canister that I've bought from Cabela's, and both of them have had leaks. And so thankfully I knew from the first time. This was like months ago. I didn't know what a leak sounded like, and so I lit it and I ruined my camp stove. So thankfully I knew what it sounded like and I didn't light Ramona Falls on fire. But it worked out super well because she went counterclockwise. So today was her last day. And so she gave me her canister. So I can cook dinner for the next few nights. So it worked out super well. I'm so thankful, because otherwise I would have been quite in a pinch. Also my water filter broke. It still filters water, but the little, I don't even know what you would call it. It's leaking essentially. So it still filters, but I lose like half the water from when I'm squeezing it into my other water bottle. So it works, it's just gonna be real slow. So neither things are life-threatening, just more annoying than anything else. But today has been good so far. I think all of today is just gonna be a pretty gradual uphill, which I've already felt. It took me about 10 minutes after I started this morning before I took off my pullover, because it's just a lot of moving uphill. But I'm feeling good. My legs are sore, but that is to be expected. And Megan, my new friend from last night, said that today is probably going to be some of the best views and best picture taking spots. So right now I'm kind of overlooking this beautiful area, and I'm sure I'll come back to Mount Hood soon and see some beautiful things. Look at this big boy. say that I'm a fan of these crossings. I think this is Muddy Fork, the first crossing. I think there's another one later. Here we go. And there's the mountain. Wow. So I just crossed the 2 branches of Muddy Fork. The first one was fine. It was less rushing. And I went over some logs very slowly. The second one, though, they're not fun to me. River crossings are not fun to me yet, nor am I confident about them. And so, you know what I realized? I don't have anything to prove to anyone. I don't need to go over the sketchy logs. I can put on my chacos, take the 2 extra minutes it takes to do that, and then just ford it. It's cold. It's real freaking cold. But at least I'm not terrified of falling into the water. So this one's for my scaredy cats out there. You don't have to prove anything. Just put your chacos on. Put your sandals on. And brave the cold. Anyways, about, I think probably close to 3.5, 4 miles in. Feeling good. Whoa. I'm about to come around Bald Mountain. Like right there. But super great view. Dang dang. Wildflowers. Okay, it is about 12:30. I have stopped for lunch. I'm feeling everything now. It's been a lot of uphill today, so I'm just feeling that elevation gain in my legs, feeling shoulder pain from my backpack. But so far so good. I think I have about 3 more miles left today. And it's just been a lot slower than yesterday, which makes sense because yesterday was all mostly downhill and today's mostly uphill. This is what Timberline is famous for, elevation gain. I have, and I'll take a video in a second. It's kind of hard to see because it's far away, but I can see Mount Adams from here and a little bit of Rainier far in the distance, but it's so beautiful. And still thankful to be out here, even if it hurts. So you can kind of see, yeah, so that's Adams, I believe. And then Rainier's somewhere behind these trees, but it's probably wouldn't be able to pick up on video. But super cool lunch spot. So I'm at my campsite for the night. Oh man, here's my dilemma. It's very windy right now and I'm kind of in an open space. So I don't have my rain fly on because I'm hoping that the wind will flow through it instead of like against it if I had the rain fly on. So it's probably gonna be windy tonight. It might be rough, but it's because this is my view. What? How can I say no to that? So I might regret it. It might be a rough night, but if nothing else, there's kind of a spot but in these trees that I could move to if it's like insane during the night. But yeah, end of day 2. Today was about 13 miles. It definitely felt longer. The miles, my body just felt the miles more. My shoulders definitely hurt. But tomorrow is another day. And it does feel like, I mean, I'm over halfway done at this point, mile-wise, so that's encouraging. And at this point, I either get back to the lodge or I don't, and not is not really an option, you know? So I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes with some bacon bits for dinner, and then probably fall asleep early again and do it all again tomorrow. Good morning. It is just after 7 o'clock. I just rolled out of Elk Cove. Last night was so good. I ended up camping next to this super cool couple. And they're from Virginia. They're moving out here pretty soon, actually. So they've just been on a 2-month road trip around America, and yeah, they were awesome. And they had Gorilla Glue, so I was able to fix my water filter. So truly, it's just, I think one of the best parts of this trail so far has been meeting people and like just the things that have gone wrong in my own gear have been able to be fixed by others, which has been so cool. So today I think is going to be a tough day of a lot of river crossings, and then we'll hit the highest point on the trail. So there's going to be a big I think like 3-mile climb up to that, which I'm not super excited about, but it'll get done. We'll also pass Cloud Cap Campground, which is like a real campground. I passed someone outside of their tent getting ready for the day. I felt awkward talking to myself. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna pass through Cloud Cap Campground. Use a real bathroom, throw out my trash. Super stoked about that. Other than that, I'm feeling like I've been hit by maybe a bus or two, but like small buses. It's just soreness. It's nothing too like injury achy. So thankful for that. I think today's going to be about another 13-mile day, 12 to 13 miles, and then tomorrow will just be like 7 or 8, which is going to feel so easy. So it does feel like finally like I'm kind of like I can do this. I know I'm going to do it, which is an exciting feeling, and definitely makes it easier to take lots of steps, walk lots of miles. Okay, that's about it for this morning. Alright, I'm currently at Cloud Cap Campground. It's about 6 miles into today. And man, I was expecting the last half of today to be the hardest part. This morning hurt. Going downhill to Elliott Creek hurt. And then coming up afterwards hurt really bad. So bad. So the creek itself wasn't too bad. There was a little bit of a scramble down to the log there, but the log was nice and large, and probably the safest I felt on the major creek crossings. So I have about a little less than 3-mile climb to the highest point, which it's a 3-mile climb altogether, and coming out of Elliott Creek to Cloud Cap campground where I'm at now, knocked a little bit out of the way. So I've never been so excited to see a vault toilet. That was a very nice treat. And now I'm just gonna hang out for a while. It's like not even 11 o'clock yet, but I'm just gonna eat lunch to fuel myself for the rest of that big uphill climb. And then it's gonna be like another 3-mile downhill climb to Newton Creek where I'm spending the night, which I'm expecting to hurt just as bad as the uphill. I just popped some ibuprofen. I haven't had to take any yet, but after that last stretch, it's just a lot of just tired body. So I'm gonna eat some lunch, fill up on water, and then get her done. Woohoo! Made it to the tallest point of Timberline Trail. It's about 7,300 feet. The last 3 miles from Cloud Cap were all exposed, all up just really sandy trail. And I felt better than I expected to. I think just because this morning was rough, but after taking ibuprofen and eating lunch, I think that was just super beneficial. So now we have about 3 miles downhill to Newton Creek, and then spend the night, and then one more day. So I think I'll hang out at this little spot for a minute, drink some water, maybe eat a snack, and then keep moving on. Last stream crossing, let's freaking go! Okay. Whew, today was a long and hot day, but I just found a camp spot right after Newton Creek, right next to a nice little smaller stream that'll be perfect for water, and it's shaded. I was expecting to be in the sun tonight, or for the rest of today. I think that was my last stream crossing too, so heck frickin' yeah. I have, I want to say like 7 to 8 miles tomorrow morning, and then I'll have completed my first solo backpacking trip. My phone is not doing great battery wise, and my battery pack also died, so I'm gonna turn my phone off for the rest of the night and set up camp, hang out, and then be done in the morning. Okay, last day. Got out at about 6:45 this morning. Last night was another great night of camp neighbors. I camped with the same couple I did 2 nights ago, and then some brothers, and who were backpacking a couple legs of Timberline Trail. So super fun. Dang, last day is always when you know that you're close to a shower and a bed, so the miles go by a little bit slower. I think there's one final 1,000-foot climb right at the end, because that's what Timberline is known for, elevation gain. But I'm excited. There's deciding if I want to get breakfast or probably brunch at the lodge. We'll see. I might just be in the mood to head home, but it's crazy. I I'm almost done with my first solo backpacking trip, and it really has just been so good and hard, but good. So I should get a few more views today. I think it's going to be a lot of sun and sand again, but we're doing it. Okay, 4 miles to go. There's so much dirt on my face. Okay, 4 miles to go. Taking hopefully my last break of the day. Finishing some trail butter. And then I've got a downhill and then another big uphill. And then I'll be done. Kind of entering back into civilization, passing under a lot of ski, the things that take you up the ski, the mountains. My brain isn't working anymore. I've been seeing some roads, which feels weird, but ready to be done. Can see the lodge. Oh my gosh. Oh, so close. I'm back in my car. There's the mountain. I'm drinking a celebratory beer. Holy cow, I finished. Those last 2 miles were all uphill. I have so much dirt on my face, bless my heart. Those last 2 miles just all uphill and sand, and it was probably the hardest 2-mile stretch of anything I've ever done. But I freaking did it. My first solo backpacking trip is in the books. Super stoked. I think I'm gonna stop for maybe a burger somewhere on the way home and chow down. But I'm super stoked that I did it. I got a little emotional, like, coming up to my car. Just really proud of myself for doing something kind of so out of my comfort zone and so much more than anything I've ever done before. So super stoked, very tired. I'm gonna go home, shower, and then probably sleep for 48 hours. So, woo! Cheers!